Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Perez, and I'm a senior at Baja Valley High School in Watsonville, California. When I first heard about Project Green Challenge, I knew I wanted to do it. But I also know that change doesn't happen with only one person. It takes more people. And I wanted my journey to be special, to be with people that I care for. With my friends, my friend Edgar Mora and Paola Arenas helped me in this challenge to have a more sustainable life. And we did it together. In order for you to understand the change I had with this journey, you have to understand who I was and my past. I was born in Guanajuato, Mexico, a city full of violence where I grew up. A lot of my friends were involved in gangs, and we were only in elementary school. This was my reality. I didn't care about the environment. What did I even have to do with my life? I grew up eating frijoles y tortillas, a very simple dish. It made me happy. I couldn't afford a fancy meal. I couldn't waste anything, or my grandma would probably kill me. But there were many times that my refrigerator was empty. How could I possibly change the world if I was hungry, if my stomach was empty? This is my beautiful family. I have 5 brothers and sisters, and both of my parents work in the fields. 5 years ago, we came to the United States, and for me, everything changed. This is who I was when I came to the United States. Yeah. I was eating food from fast food restaurants, drinking from 3 straws because one wasn't enough for me. And this doesn't make me proud, but this is part of who I was. This is me before I opened my eyes to reality. When I finally understood that the people at the bottom, people from minorities, people like me, like my family and my friends were suffering, I thought, that's unfair. Why does it have to be like this? When I got into high school, I started being involved. I've been president of the Dream Club and MSA Club, and we help students, inspire students from minorities to go to college, something that myself I wouldn't thought of doing. I probably wouldn't be applying to university if I was in Mexico. I'm also a founder member of Regeneración, an environmental group in my community. We bring together farm workers, university graduates, people that are retired, and students like me to create community and change. I'm also a farm and harvest manager with a program called Food What in an organic farm. I grow food. I get dirty and pick vegetables from the land and take it to people like me, people from low-income communities. And it makes me feel so proud that something I didn't have when I was growing up, now I'm able to provide it to families at an affordable price. I'm also an educator. My high school is surrounded by freshwater wetlands, and I take elementary and middle school students and teach them about the importance of the planet, something that I didn't even thought about when I was their age. And then, that was supposed to be a video. But yeah, Project Green Challenge changed the way I look at things. It wasn't enough. The things that I was doing weren't enough. I started changing. I need help. I started changing my lifestyle, doing little changes. learning about hemp, cooking with healthy and flossing food, creating my own products, discovering my passions. I talked to people in my community, school officials, my own friends, and started talking about these really cool things that I wanted to do. But yeah, I was talking to people. That was action, but that action wasn't enough. I inspired also my family. When my little brother told me, hey, I'm using my shirt inside out, just like you did in the challenge, to bring awareness of the people that have bad working conditions, made me feel that I was changing something. And Nancy, she told me about Project Green Challenge, and she sent me messages telling me how proud she was of the work that my team was doing. And my sister, she was my cheerleader during the project. She told me, hey, wake up, don't fall asleep, turn in the challenge, because she knew how important this was for me. Throughout the challenge, I learned about the good systems in my school, that we don't use pesticides, that we have pollinator-friendly habitats. But I also learned about the bad ones. When I grew up, this was not something that I did. And this is what was happening in my school. And I decided to create change. I told my friends, people, I went to Mr. Levy's office and told him, hey, I want to create change. So I did. I gathered a table, a piece of cardboard, and created a sharing table. Now, I go every day to school and collect the food that people don't want and put it in this table. This not only benefits students. Before coming to the finals, one teacher came up to me and told me, hey, Maria, thank you for doing this. Because he also grabbed food from this table. And when I first started, people thought I was crazy. They told me, this is not going to work. But when they saw it working, they told me, whoa, this is working. And that just made me realize that this 30-day challenge didn't went to waste. That I was creating change. That it wasn't just me writing these projects on a computer, that it wasn't just staying in my mind, that I would be able to create change. And even after the challenge ended, I knew it wasn't ending for me, because for me, it was just the beginning. Thank you.